Speaking of options and stuff, then the manager chose the option to play Loris Karius. I think it's fair to say, and he'd agree himself when he's looking in the mirror. He was shite against Swansea. Yeah. He'll admit it. We all listen. He's a young goalie, and everyone has bad games. I'm not going to say he's the worst goalie ever. He's not the best goalie ever. He's what he is now. But there's a comment in the Echo from John Aldridge, and I don't want to read the whole thing out, but the gist of it is, he's looked a bit rubbish at crosses. His kicking, which is meant to be great, hasn't actually been great either. Klopp said he's going to assess the situation during the break and make his decision, but we think he's not. We think it's going to be Karius. Yeah. But Aldridge says he would drop Karius and go back to Simon Mignolet. I don't even know if he just means for United. I just think he means for now.
You've got a perfect opportunity with an international break in a way, because you can just be like, blah, 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 however Mignolet or whatever does in Belgium. He's got some more time, Karius. I think that's the perfect excuse. I think it's annoying that people are saying these sort of things because I can't be bothered with it, because we know he had a bad game. He's 22. Yeah. He doesn't need this sort of pressure. Don't talk about it maybe if he wants. He's already said he's going to take them in and out of the team, both of them.
Yeah. But I think that's crap.
Yeah.
He's not. He's not. You don't rotate your goalie. No, you pick your goalie. Loris Karius is Jurgen Klopp's goalie. The second he got him back in the team, he's in, which is fine. It's his decision.
He wants to stick with him.
Which is fine, but I can still see the point of view of people saying, you know what, I'd pick Mignolet. Personally, I would play Karius. But Mignolet, although he wasn't fantastic, and he's not a fantastic goalie, I'll come to you, Johnny, he was good. He was fine in the all season. He wasn't spectacular, but he wasn't...
He became more...
There was no absolute... I don't think there was an absolute howler. Karius had... At Swansea, he had howlers, and we just didn't concede off that. That last one is horrendous. It's just it's really bad, but and he might learn from it. But I suppose what Aldridge is saying is, roundabout way, is that he thinks Liverpool can do something special this year. Have we got time to bed a young goalie in, or should or you right, Tom?
No.
So is he?
My concern was too much.
Fine, I don't care. So it's why bed a goalie in now when we could just stick with Mignolet, who we know who he is and what he's good and not good at. But we might win the league anyway, because we nearly done it last time with him. Or are we going to risk bedding Karius in, hoping that he'll be better eventually and be our goalie for 10 years? I think that's all just point is that, was it a risk worth doing? So, if you're Jurgen Klopp now and you're sitting and you're looking at it, what in your head, what would you be thinking? What would you be doing?
Well, I do think he meant it when he said he was going to be changing them.
You do?
Like you said, it's a bit crap. But I think because, let's face it, it kind of makes sense, until one of them actually establishes themselves as clearly better than the other. So, I mean, he gave him, Mignolet had obviously the first portion of the season because of Karius' injury. Karius has come back and he's given 4 games in a row? Maybe with the cup games, was it 5?
He played Derby.
He played Derby and Burton as well, did he?
No, it's just Derby, Hull and Swansea, so 3.
So the 3, so he had to give him at least 3, giving him a run. He's just come back from the injury. I don't think we all thought Mignolet was going to be in, and then he kept Karius in on the whole game. But I don't think that was because Mignolet is done. Otherwise, he would have just told Mignolet to leave as well in the summer. He's obviously not afraid of doing that. I think it's almost a masterstroke, really, because he's showing confidence in Karius and that, listen, we can play him. He will only get better with it. However, it's him being a kid. He is still very young. What you do if you get imagine your boss is like, oh, I've just brought another guy in today to kind of do the same job as you, and I'm just going to see who's better. And he's like fucking half your age.
Well,
give you a kick up the arse,
like
for
5
sure.
years, maybe Mignolet, you just, like a lot of keepers can fall into a comfort zone and be like, well, they haven't really got any other keepers. It's me.
Oh, Brad Jones.
Nothing at the moment, you know what I mean?
I forgot about Donny.
I think because Mignolet is an older guy, just as a human being, I'm slightly older than him as well now, but I think you all kind of go through something. You're late 20, he's pushing on 30. Everyone changes. We all change. He's changing. It could be like a catalyst for Mignolet to be like, do you know what? Fucking this kid can be the goalkeeper for Liverpool, but when I'm done, right? Because I know what the manager wants now. He has got potential, but I need to stand up now and be a man. He's a fucking man. He's a grown man. He's not a kid taking a chance. He hasn't got time to become a good keeper anymore. He just needs to do it. Now, those performances at the start of the season were actually the best I've seen Mignolet play. And it was like, because I was thinking to myself every game, oh, fucking, why is he playing so well now? Like, I hope Karius still gets in.
Yeah.
Then Karius has come in, but maybe he's like, fucking, I was shitter than Mignolet today. And because he'll know it more than we will. I mean, these players know when they're good and when they're bad. You know, otherwise you couldn't make it as a footballer without having that knowledge. So I do think maybe that's affected him maybe negatively a little bit in the fact that Mignolet was actually good and he knows he just got given a chance purely because he's the new guy. But then from Klopp's point of view, I think he's given him a chance as, look, have a run of games, you know, learn what you're shit at, learn the difficulties of it, and Karius will be doing that now. He'll understand why he was shit at Swansea or Hull.
You just have to look at Bravo, though, who's like an established goalkeeper at Barcelona, one of the best clubs in the world. He comes to a different league. It's always different. If you're a midfielder or a defender and you do 2 misplaced passes a game, you've done 2 misplaced passes and people will be like, oh, he's given the ball away a few times. If you're a goalkeeper and you come out and you flap it twice, that's 2 goals you could have conceded, isn't it?
It is, and I'll come to you on this one then, Brad. I'm playing devil's advocate and I'm staying fairly neutral. I've nailed my colours to the Karius mast, but can you see the point of view and there are fans, and I know there are, a few of them are my mates and a few of them I've spoke to, and one of them is John Aldridge, who I don't know personally, but he said it, is that, why upset the apple cart? If like you've said, you know, City done it because Pep Guardiola said, Joe, I can't kick and I need my goalie to be able to kick. It was clear that, I think Klopp might be in a similar boat with Karius distribution-wise, but can you see the point of view of these people who say, why risk a lad who might need 10 games? Even the best goalies in the world very rarely come into the Premier League and just go bang nail it. You know, everyone keeps talking now, you know, all over the internet is, oh, David De Gea took 10. Yeah, he did. But Man United weren't that good anyway for a while, and then they were really good.
That's it.
And he did get dropped.
And
he got dropped, and even he had a shocker the other day. But I suppose the roundabout question is, do you get it? People saying, why upset the apple cart? Why are we taking a risk on bedding this lad when we've had a great start to the season, but we're definitely title contenders at the moment? Did we need to do it?
I've never been a big fan of rotating your keepers,
No,
unless it's for a cup game and you're playing sort of a lower league, just to sort of gain some sort of experience. Like you say, he's a young lad, isn't he? Is it the time to throw him in?
That's what I'm saying.
Big game against United. I mean, for me, I would stick with Mignolet. He's been there, he's done it before, he's played in big games before. Like you say, Karius is slightly younger. Is it a chance maybe then to get him? We've got to get him in somehow. So is it going to be, like you said, when Mignolet makes a mistake, he knows that Karius is going to come straight in?
That's
too much pressure,
harsh,
I think. I don't think it should be that way, but maybe we need a few games to have a look at him, don't we? I'm just not sure whether United is the perfect game to do it.
Maybe it's not about when Mignolet makes a mistake, because you can't really do that to keepers.
Of course.
You can't, as soon as they make a mistake, take them out. I think it'll just be a case of Mignolet might be getting 5 games in a row, and then
5.
You know, Karius might get 2 or 3. Until Karius, if he had those 3 games now, it could have been these 3, but let's say he sits off for a few games, and then he comes back, but in them 3, he's what you expected, and he just has a good, I reckon he'll keep his place from there on, if he just, but at the moment, because his confidence looks shot, it just looks shot, so maybe it's almost like you'd bring Mignolet just to help the kid, like, listen, all right, nice one, now, under 23s, get in there, they're really physical too, they'll press you high, because it's kind of, we're setting a standard and all the other teams are doing it as well now, they're all trying to do this high press, they know keepers are shit on the ball, there's always a striker pressing a keeper, almost where any game you watch now, you know what I mean? And they're doing it to us as well, so it is, I think it's more difficult to be a keeper now than it ever was before, obviously.
United, Jose Mourinho's not stupid, he's spending 2 weeks now, he's going to be working on a game plan, and that game plan is going to be put crosses at him. And this is the next point.
You've got Ibra, haven't you? Do you know what I mean?
Pogba's there, Fellaini's a big guy, so they're going to do it, which is fine, they're entitled to do it. If they want to go yard dog football, fine. But I suppose, and this is why I think Karius will play, another reason is that Liverpool's whole back 5 now are not on international duty.
Yeah,
that's Mignolet's in Belgium.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask, is he?
Yeah, so Karius is at home. Klein has got a dodgy knee, so I don't know how much he's going to train. Milner doesn't play anymore. Matip doesn't play anymore for Cameroon. He doesn't fancy it. Lovren was injured against Swansea, and he fell out with the boss anyway. So all 5 are there. Yeah. How much training they can do, I don't know. But it seems to me like Klopp has always favoured, if someone has stayed on international duty, you know, behind for a week or two, they've tended to start.
Yeah.
Obviously, he has to play some of them. He can't play the kids, but he had a choice between like Firmino and Sturridge, and he chose Firmino because Sturridge had been away with England and stuff. So I think Karius is going. I'd play Karius. I'd stick with him, and I think he's going to. But I suppose now we've got whoever it is at the training ground, whether it's Klopp or the coaches. I've got 2 weeks now of getting that back 4-5 settled, because they did look like they were unsure. So Lovren was screaming at Karius for that last one when he didn't come out. Yeah. I get it, he should have done. But I suppose now we've got a week to work on it. Does that give you, 2 weeks, does that give you a little bit more confidence about it?
Yeah, it does give me a lot more. I mean, it's not like we talk about him as a young goalkeeper. It's not like he doesn't have caps, you know. He's done it in the Bundesliga before.
Yeah, he's not a novice.
He's a good. It's like that. It just reminds me of David De Gea, and I remember that game when we went and played at Old Trafford, and it was during De Gea's first season, and I remember the ball kind of going out. Do you remember it was next to the post, and he kind of didn't quite get the ball, and he let it go out, and it was a corner, and I remember thinking, we've got him here because he's shaky. But I even though he's been shaky, he still looks like Karius still looks kind of like composed, and
confident.
He is confident in his own ability. When you've got hair like that, you've got to be confident in your own ability. That
makes you confident.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
I'd imagine. I mean, I don't know. It's a pure guess. So very quickly before we move on, United, who starts for you? If you're picking.
You know what? Now because I was going to ask before and I didn't. If he stayed behind, and I think he'll start. If he stayed behind, and I think he should start actually.
So you would pick Karius?
I'll go for Karius.
Brad, you would pick Mignolet, you said?
Presuming he doesn't play for Belgium, Thibaut Courtois gets the nod. I would go with Mignolet, yes.
So,
Karius.
Yeah, so 3-1 Karius. Let us know your thoughts, guys, in the comment section or on Twitter and all that business. Right, that was our debate on the whole Lloris Karius, Simon Mignolet situation. Thanks, John Aldridge, for giving us something to talk about. Like I say, if you want to watch the whole show, we've done about 45 minutes of Red News Roundup this week. The Mignolet Karius debate extended longer than what you've just seen. We had also talked about Origi, Lallana, Ings, Coutinho, Balotelli got a mention. Jurgen Klopp got a mention, of course. If you think that you'd want to watch that kind of stuff, and hopefully you do, you can go and subscribe to Redmen TV, £2 for a month. You get your first month for nothing. The details of how to do so should be there, hopefully, if people are doing the jobs right. So yeah, go and check that out. And that's it. So I'll see you next time, and ta-da.